spines know so much and feel so little. Zeros, generations are not potentials in a single thing.
Framework that is not only responsible for the paper construction, but it seems to prescript every possible signifying and counter-signifying move as a selection from a repertoire of people,
of
possible permutations on a limited set of predetermined
permutations, divisions,
terms.
exponotations, and sets.
Brian Masumi, Parallels for the Virtual.
Radiant, unfolding,
Bend of your brow,
no
bend
thing,
of your brow,
libation,
glittering listen, or bitter tea, nails scratches
pinkness.
free.
What remains is
Moonlight bangs bones, high-minded
What
tunnel toes with boom and barb and siren soft gunning. There filled you're a cratering runoff
portion.
pulling. Mind high the abstracting
Portion.
manifold soft funnel flume.
what
This blue to gray to alpux and hell. I saw a starling and it was pretty and it was
Slab.
gone. Where's the
Portion.
portion? Must I purify myself of birds, of brutish things, of flying things that quietly flying things that
Slab.
would chirp or screech, but
Portion.
don't whine like a demon or bang like
Slab.
Satan firing blanks.
Portion.
They'll be minor art. My small little God told me so. Told me to die to make it so.
bendy blown this stone?
We will be welcome in a heaven
thumping.
of written leaves, rank cafe con leche leaves. One day we will come, welcome, we will welcome.
Cells of yarn and
It would be nice to be crucified on a hill. It's
garish,
the dream, really.
glow veil.
To be at the nexus of thieves, a sacrifice to save the world and set a killer free, raised above Golgotha, looking down at the pinnacle, maybe a smooth synth jazz soundtrack. Vin Savell would be me. He has the best irises.
And its yellow has its day. Could never.
When I call my dog, my God comes. And that makes me sad because I love my dog. When I call my God, my dog comes. I'm glad because I hate my God. When my dog calls me, I always come. I love my dog. When my God
Never
calls me, I tell that rap bastard to watch a Mel Gibson movie and fuck off.
Oriole.
Blending, it makes blending, seeping always, the flim-flam, flapping of flags, drawing lines down the middle of every fucking thing.
And their vanities. Waking, speaking, peace before the sun. These others, do they cry too? They must, they must. These others, do they cry too? They won't, they won't. These others, do they cry too? They must, they must. These others, do they cry too? They won't admit that they do. In pooled water, reflected
survey a new denied depth colorization.
Between
words like rain, rain, like to stay, like pain, can't control the flow. They go where they go, that's the rub. No one will know. It's not that they're useful, they're just art. I'm trapped in a botched marriage with myself.
And beautiful. God, you're sweet when you're not here. Intricacies of latex paint and sponge cotton hand-drawn like in a rough book. No noteworthy homily, perceiving no note
the other. And his hum song seems even sweeter.
Some days I just want to be a pony.
Dr.
Bib told me everybody's gotta serve somebody. Also, Bobby's such a sweet boy. muting dot tone along.
My body seems like a marionette pulled by mind-string drudgery. My mind seems to be able to have a language, or rather is language, the language I know. Each eye has a language of its own, and or each language owns an eye. I like to fit that my eyes own mine.
The end. The cards told me that Riri says, been waiting on that sunshine, boy. Hurts inside when I look in your eye. Wouldn't leap. Bitter root.
These words, they come and they come and they come until they don't. Then they come and they come and they come again until they don't. Then again, they come and they come and they come until they don't. One day they'll stop, and that's a life.
Breath, not drowsy, just beat. Tangy,
Truth be, that scares me a bit. Not a whole lot, but a bit.
Sporadic.
Part of me wants that to be the end. Another part of me wants some sort of cosmic recuperation of whatever the hell these grassy leaves are. Yet another me wants to sail off into in a flaming launch and conquer celestial Britannia. Doorbell rings and dog barks. Bounded home. Home the capital, the pressures and the fissures, all times and times for choosing infinitesimals as lines drawn in the sand. Saguaro forest grow in the home which is mine, spine-filled forest with colic and contained no wilderness anymore. Monumental gardens, levied woodpecker sings gas-fueled song. I went to a mosque after 9/11 and asked if they wanted to kill Christians. He said, these deserts in the book. They gave me a Koran, showed me the passage detailing Christ's birth, and then fed me dinner.
Little baby. Pinwheel, tears, third eye,
Blue pilgrim, pilfers, empty, star-filled names, diadem, disfigured, vulgar, vamping, flapping air necessities, textual textiles for blaring with hair, herring, tearing, airing, tamped, time, tipping, tightened, tinsel teeth, breathing, meaning, lost in 1,000 million billion trillion tiny transverse tantrums. Diddly dumb, why are you so downcast, oh my soul? Put your faith in Tinky Wicky.
Mind and woe and living fire.
The terrible
mind and woe.
The heretical Teletubby of yesteryear.
Fire and mind and woe.
Resolving resolute. A word is other than a fanning is not quite a home.
Preachy sunshine songs,
a dead drawn, electric
loud
eye, smacks it, dealing elastic push and pull.
Bold among 10 million.
Poor steeples have the house too hungry. Solve, resolve a nunnery, a mocking humming. Churlish, Victrola, spins, fiddle spine, finally. Couldn't perceive myself even if I wanted to. Too blue, too new, unfeasible apostate vespers.
Rapacious, radiant oomph. As,
from a photo 40 years prior,
veil,
a man falls from a helicopter as it flies away.
Lowers,
from a photo yesterday,
again,
a man falls under a Globemaster's tire as it takes off for taxi.
The outrageous vulnerability of belief.
Encoded throb of Riosat soul.
Oops,
we did it again. Seeking not happy.
And I'm so happy.
Mush,
so
lowland, outcropped in the love, outcropped in port.
Down in my heart, and I'm so happy.
Powder,
so very happy.
Soiled
I've
powder.
got the love of Jesus in my heart. And if the devil does
truck.
Sit on a tack, bum, bum, sit on a tack.
And
If the devil doesn't like it, he can sit on a tack.
Import soiled powder belts, grooves.
20 years of gore in 20 years of buckets. There was always something rotten, just pretended there wasn't. This has gone on a long time, the dying. It will go on faster for a while.
Belts. Imposed ruck twirls and axle
The mother pleading
rhyme.
for their children.
Belts.
The girls pronounced women, then married at gunpoint and raped.
Grooves.
The slavery and the stonings, the
Household.
jailed cells, the organ traffickers,
Belts.
the opium that funds the terror cells, the
Grooves.
heads on improvised pikes, the Americans shouting and shooting, the burn pits and the cancers, the presidents and the legislators and the military commanders lying, the war for profit corporations, the Afghan soldiers used as cannon fodder, then abandoned and blamed, the corporate colonialism, the lobbyists in squeaky shoes, the IEDs, the six-figure contracting soldiers, the fatwas, the drone strikes, the exploded children, the desertions, the $1 million bombing of hovels, the bribes masquerading as aid, the promises made and the promises broken,
Household.
the huge cash infusions, the corruption,
Too
the resentment,
lucid.
and the hating, the torture and the spokes, the never really understanding each other ever, the American people pretending to care but not caring, the thousands upon thousands upon thousands dead, dying, and maimed.
Endure. To have known the
No
Pax
word grades, no
Americana
sophistry or rush to
that never
codify in the
was.
service of brand ideologies, the suffering and culpability
Never
are all
was.
ours, all of ours to cherish and hold.
Reality, when it can be found, is singular and absolute. An inevitable drunken taxicab. They have strength
and will be able to dominate us, but social processes can be arrested neither by crime nor force. History is ours, and people make history.
Salvador Allende, President of Chile, September 11th, 1963.
Circle bright.
Done, undone, dunning.
Shadow
This fidgety figure figuring the fidgety
around.
you, blue.
Prancing.
No rhyme to the
Binder,
indefatigable lancing, the self-propagation line engine me. No outside to be found.
Binder,
Would have liked to have known a bald space captain and pioneer. We got Bezos instead. Had a phone interview to get food stamps during the pandemic. A kind woman read me questions in legalese and typed my responses into a computer.
Filtered water flows over.
The gist of the questions were, do you deal
Rust-colored
drugs?
rocks.
Are you a criminal?
Bubbles
Are you
on
hiding money?
top,
Why aren't you working?
down.
Do you own anything valuable?
Alludes
Self-drink
to
someone else's valuable? Can you pawn anything?
Synthetic.
What's wrong with you that you can't work?
Bubbles
Why are you
on
testing good
top.
folks' charities?
Trickle allude to
As I answered, I wrote notes on the notepad from the
and
Wounded Warrior Project.
synthetic
Along the
kind.
bottom of this tagline was written,
The greatest casualty is being forgotten.
that's poetry.
Kicking and shrieking.
When I was
and
ill, I visited the
clawing
Phoenix
and
Museum of Art.
sprawling.
In the corner of the atrium, a large tapestry of exploded
and
firecrackers
clawing
flowed like a
and
river on a museum floor.
sprawling.
The artist, Serge
Searching
Japan, would
for a
spend months weaving firecrackers and then, with the
germinated
fire
thing.
department standing by, would light them.
Midnight.
The result couldn't be
gale
reliably
purrs.
predicted, but the artist trusted their
Carol
process.
lace.
Perhaps it's strange because of the treatments I was taking.
Ciphers.
This memory is more fever dream than recollection,
Spells.
with a few specifics to anchor it. I've never been able to find the artist or its work since.
Peso foment. This ever-hanging
Tucson, Arizona,
horizon.
capital of munitions smarter than your
Other
altitude.
novel
The ambitions of kings passed through its leafless trees. A city of golf courses and miniature tall buildings, long runways have
Storming
completed
the
their
horizon
host
won't
a
meet
stirring mural,
its
mural,
other
smuggling
novelty.
routes, and underfunded schools.
Yellow bottle
But the
verde
mostly white
blossoms
privatized schools
beside
gleam so
wet
brightly they can be seen for our most
damp
non-white
soil.
private prisons.
Pebbles
Dollar
upon
signs hang in the eyes at night, overlaid
Yeah.
upon the moon, accompanied by fireworks year-round. A reverie for dead dreams.
This ever cream horizon. Ants on red brick
Moral
zigs
inequality
across
arises when there's a job that only
and
assholes
dark
do,
zags
requiring the complicity of those who do it.
and
Yet,
on red
it must be
brick.
done. Society,
Yellow,
nay,
verde,
civilization
blossom,
requires this, but the work,
and
those who do the work are damned.
zags. There's something in how a cocker mutt chews a chicken chunk. Cracked soil
After
creaked.
much internal
clover
debate, I've
within
decided I would like a
Converse
part in Claudia Rankin's Don't Let Me Be Lonely
Bound
about her
with
friend taking lithium.
Cat's
The
claw
piece is good.
laces.
It's so obviously good,
Sky
but I don't like it.
blue
Or rather, part of me refuses to like it.
Among
I suppose it comes down to a
bright
kind of
grays.
realism. Despite the
Cracked
empathy and humanity
soil,
of Rankin's
creaked
words,
clover
they're too conventionally
within
melancholy. They're too
Converse
quiet.
sneakers.
Lithium is
Bound
quieting,
with
but it isn't
cat's
quiet.
claws. Sky blue shoes amid bright grace. Viridian
It's strange
throated
about how
hum
quickly after sitting down I
from
become tired.
circular air.
As if I've been
Yellow
fleeing something, fleeing unwork.
hibiscus swings.
Now, in unwork, I force
Slow.
myself to record these words
Hush,
so I might be
surrounds.
reminded of my flight at some imagined date.
Hush surrounds a child's cry. A gnat flew
I found
in
myself
and out
tired.
my
I seem
nose.
to perceive
In
something
front
new. I crave
and behind my right eyeglass
to forget
lens,
God,
about
to forgive
the
me,
edge
to forgive
is
those
of
who
that
wronged me,
eye.
to forgive
It
the
hovers.
curse of those I've wronged.
Now
I felt
in a
afraid,
beam of
trapped and
sunlight,
I felt the presence of
underneath a
breathing,
mass
also
of
afraid,
oleanders
trapped
and
alone.
grape
I
palm,
felt the impermanence
and
of my
then
work,
a
the
light
impermanence of my life,
within my
the
ear.
impermanence of humankind, this manifestation
As
of nothing in its return.
The sun moves across the sky.
In this mortuary turned cowboy
A
barn, the
eucalyptus
lights that don't
leaf
illuminate, there's an old
seems
rug
to
with
hold
borders around an inner field.
every
The outer border
possible
contains
green.
Catholic icons,
A body
Spanish. The
This
inner borders
mass
have square crosses
among mass
geometrically along axial
massing
within
stomach
inner field holes bearing
in its
symbols.
throat.
The Lord's sigil,
Imago
royal seal, a
passing
cluster of maize plants whose hubs rings like angel
real
rapture
points in time.
One of these plants is a tan flowing
Would share
wreathed
a
by
drink
brown husk and surrounded
with a
by
mass.
a black shadow or halo.
A body, a mass among mass massing.
An ode to the god of finger pads. To feel a pin prick picking. This horse was trouble. I prayed to feel the pin.
Stomach in its throat. Imago passing non-real points in time.